In this video, we delve into the gripping legal drama between former South African President Jacob Zuma and the relentless prosecutor advocate Billy Downer. At the heart of their conflict lies a controversial arms deal and allegations of corruption that have rocked the nation. As Zuma fights to have Downer removed from his case, citing bias, we explore the intricate details of their legal battle and why Downer refuses to back down. The ongoing legal saga between Zuma and Downer, centered around the infamous arms deal, has been a subject of intense public and judicial scrutiny. Advocate Downer, a seasoned prosecutor, has been at the forefront of the case against Zuma. The case pertains to allegations of corruption and fraud in a multi-billion rand arms deal that dates back to the late 1990s. Zuma has made several attempts to have Downer recused from the case, citing concerns of bias and a violation of his rights to a fair trial. However, these efforts have been met with judicial pushback. Most recently, on the 20th of March, 2024, the Pietermaritzburg High Court dismissed Zuma's second bid to remove Downer from the case. The court found no substantial evidence that Downer's involvement would infringe upon Zuma's right to a fair trial as enshrined in Section 35, subsection 3, of the South African Constitution. This is not the first time Zuma has sought Downer's recusal. A previous attempt was also rejected in October 2021, when the former trial judge found no merit in Zuma's plea. The persistence of these legal challenges has led to multiple delays in the trial, with the pre-trial phase now scheduled for 10 to 17 May 2024. Despite Zuma's legal team signaling their intention to appeal the latest ruling, the state prosecution, led by Downer, has expressed a desire to proceed with the trial as soon as possible, emphasizing the public's declining patience with the ongoing delays. The crux of Zuma's concern seems to stem from a belief that Downer harbors a personal vendetta, which could potentially prejudice the case against him. On the other hand, Downer's refusal to step down underscores a commitment to legal principles and the pursuit of justice, irrespective of the defendant's profile. The South African arms deal, also known as the Strategic Defence Package, was a significant procurement program aimed at modernizing the South African Defence Force after the end of apartheid. Initiated in the late 1990s, the deal involved purchasing military equipment worth about 30 billion rand, including corvettes, submarines, trainer aircraft, fighter aircraft, and helicopters, primarily for the South African Navy and Air Force. The deal has been mired in controversy and allegations of corruption since its inception. Critics questioned the necessity and scale of the procurement, given the country's socio-economic challenges and the absence of a direct military threat. The strategic usefulness of the purchased equipment was also debated. Allegations of corruption emerged almost immediately after the contracts were signed, leading to investigations into conflicts of interest, bribery, and violations of procurement processes. High-profile political figures, including 3 former cabinet ministers and 2 former presidents, Thabo Mbeki and Jacob Zuma, were accused of benefiting improperly from the contracts. However, most allegations have not been proven or prosecuted, and many were dismissed by the Seriti Commission, a judicial inquiry that ran from 2011 to 2016. Its findings were later overturned in 2019. The only convictions related to the arms deal were of Tony Yengeni, former ANC chief whip, and Schabir Shaik, Zuma's financial advisor. Shaik was convicted of soliciting a bribe on behalf of Zuma from Thales, a French arms company involved in the deal. Zuma's involvement has been particularly scrutinized. He is alleged to have received bribes from Thales to protect the company from investigation. Despite being charged in 2005, his trial has faced numerous delays due to legal challenges and technicalities. Zuma's attempts to have Downer recused from the case, on grounds of alleged bias, have been repeatedly dismissed by the courts, with the most recent ruling on the 20th of March, 2024. Advocate Billy Downer, whose full name is William John Downer, is a retired South African prosecutor renowned for his involvement in high-profile government corruption cases. His legal career has been marked by his steadfast commitment to justice, particularly in cases that involve significant political figures and complex legal challenges. Downer's educational background is notable. He graduated from Stellenbosch University and was awarded a Rhodes Scholarship to study at the University of Oxford in the United Kingdom, where he obtained a Bachelor of Civil Law degree. After completing his studies, he joined the South African Department of Justice, which preceded the National Prosecuting Authority. Despite his retirement, Downer has remained active in the legal sphere, most prominently in the prosecution of Zuma. The case against Zuma, which relates to a government arms procurement deal dating back to 1999, has been a protracted legal battle with numerous delays and attempts by Zuma to evade court proceedings. Downer's role in this case has been pivotal. He secured the conviction of Zuma's financial advisor, Schabir Shaik, in 2005, and has since been a thorn in Zuma's side as he continues to lead the prosecution against the former president. Advocate Billy Downer was born on the 20th of November, 1956, and he is currently 67 years old, having been retired for almost 3 years now. A few critical questions remain to be asked. Why is the retired advocate Billy Downer still pursuing the case against Zuma after his retirement? As a retired prosecutor, shouldn't he be at home resting, playing with his grandchildren, or engaging in activities typical for retirees? Is there a bias emanating from the courts that facilitates this sort of seemingly persistent persecution rather than prosecution? Well, in South Africa, it is not common for a retired prosecutor to actively participate in new cases. However, there are instances where retired legal professionals may be involved in ongoing cases they were part of before retirement, or in special circumstances where their expertise is sought. Regarding Downer and the case against Zuma, it appears that Downer's involvement is a continuation of his work prior to retirement, rather than initiating new legal action as a retired prosecutor one. The legal system allows for such continuity under certain conditions, especially in complex, long-running cases. Zuma's legal team has accused Downer of bias and has made several attempts to have him removed from the case, alleging that he acted unlawfully by leaking information to the media. However, these claims have not deterred Downer, who has continued to pursue the case with diligence and professionalism. His involvement in the Zuma prosecution has become emblematic of the broader struggle against corruption within South Africa's political landscape. As for the recusal application by Zuma, it is a legal process where a party in a case can request a judge or prosecutor to withdraw from a case due to potential bias or conflict of interest. The decision on such an application is made by the court, and it seems that in this instance, the court has denied the former president's plea to have Downer removed from the case. This means that despite the application for recusal, Downer is still authorized to continue his role in the legal proceedings as determined by the court. As the journey through the intricate legal battle between Billy Downer and Jacob Zuma continues, the hope is that you have gained a deeper understanding of the pivotal issues at stake. This case is more than just a courtroom drama. If you found this video enlightening, please consider subscribing to this channel. Your support through likes and shares helps to bring more content like this to you. Your thoughts are always appreciated, so please leave a comment below with your perspective on this ongoing legal saga. Thank you for watching, and let the conversation continue.